Plan Review
This
Committee
conference will now be recorded.
I'd like to call the Site Plan Review Committee to order. Roll call, please.
Dennis Persick. Dan Pampern is excused. Mary Kadowski.
Here.
Gary Paul.
Here.
Chris Atkinson.
Here.
Adele Quinn is excused, and Andy Karowski is excused.
Please stand for the pledge.
I can see while you're waiting for somebody.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And please remember all our men and women throughout the world in uniform. I have no changes to the agenda. I need a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Dennis Persick, a second by Chris Atkinson to approve the agenda. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Action on the site plan review minutes from the regular meeting of April 8th, 2021.
Move to approve. Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve those minutes. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Number six, review plans for the following locations. 6A, action regarding requested site plan review for T Bacon Barbecue, 2052 Holmgren Way, parcel VA-473. Aaron.
Okay. T Bacon Barbecue on the corner of Holmgren Way and Borvan Avenue has requested site plan approval for a dumpster enclosure. I'll just bring up the general location here in the air photo. As you can see here, Holmgren Way, Borvan Avenue. The dumpster enclosure will be located right here, this yellow highlighted area, roughly 8 by 20 to enclose the dumpsters that are currently exposed facing Borvan. This would be in front of the red and white building. If you're familiar with it, it would not cover the door right here. In terms of the dumpster enclosure itself, it'll be chain link with tan privacy slats. And since the enclosure is within the sports entertainment district, it does have to go to Plan Commission and Village Board for final approval. In terms of conditions of approval, staff recommends basically dumpster gates to remain closed except during loading, unloading of refuse, and privacy slats are to remain in good condition. Broken slats are to be replaced as soon as possible. Tom Bacon of T Bacon Barbecue is in the audience. If you have any questions for him? Otherwise, be happy to answer any questions for you as well.
I'd like to open the floor up for Tom to come up and speak, please.
Okay, we have a motion to open the floor. And do you have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second to open the floor. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Floor is open.
Tom, first of all, welcome to the Sports Entertainment District.
Thank you.
Secondly, I do not like your proposal. We're trying to make something nice here, and you're putting a dumpster enclosure in front of a building. Now, Aaron and I have talked about it, and I didn't have time to come and talk to Aaron. I just can't see a dumpster in front of the face of a building. And I know you're trying to do the best you can. I'm not trying to make you look bad in any way. Is there any possible way to enclose it inside the closure of where you're cooking your food? Now, when that was a restaurant, there was the old, I think it had to have been an overhead door where the dumpsters were inside the building at one time. And that served the purpose as a restaurant. I'm asking you, what can you do better?
Nothing. I don't know where else I would put them. Because that whole fenced-in area is our smoker and our prep thing in there, and that whole area is being used. And in fact, I'm looking at putting more concrete back there to keep some other stuff.
You know the property better than I do. I haven't been in there since it's been a restaurant. And I know coming down Borvan Avenue, going west to east, looking in there, you've got a tarp hanging over the enclosure, doing your smoking in there.
Yep.
You know, I don't know your business. If everybody does that, I know smoking is probably done in an outdoor area like you have it, you know, to me, it looks a little shabby, but it's your business, not mine. And you got to cook it the way you're doing it, I'm sure, because I know you're doing a good job. I can tell that by the cars around there. So that part's all right. But I just have trying to develop an entertainment district being crucial to the people that are coming in with new businesses, and then a dumpster in front of the building along the roadway. It's a tough one for me to swallow.
We're on the corner, so and behind us is Packerland Glass.
Right.
So there's no place to put it. And they told me I have to have it enclosed, so I picked I could put it at the end of the driveway, but that's still gonna be in front of the driveway, and that's where we plow all the snow, so I can't go there.
That's just it. There's no room in that dumpster where you can roll them out on the given day that the people come to pick it up.
I could show you, there's no room in that enclosure there.
I don't know. I really meant to come over and bring Aaron with me and have a sandwich and check out this situation.
Gary, I stopped in a couple times to check out the site, have a sandwich. And yet, Tom's smoking area is tight. There's definitely not room for the dumpsters in that location.
Well, I got to take your word for it because, like I said, I haven't seen it. I just wish there was a better way.
And the same company that's doing the fence did my fence out on Packerland, and they do a great job. It looks really professional. And I'm gonna match the slats with the slats that are on the other fence where the smoker is. So it's gonna all look good, you know. It'll definitely look better than it looks now with them out in the open.
Well, anything's better than what you got. I realize that, but it's just the idea of us creating a nice sports entertainment district and having that in front there. That's my only issue with it. I wish there was another way you could do it, but
I do too.
Yeah, Tom and I discussed, options, and there just weren't any, I guess, viable options considering the site.
The previous restaurant in there, Joe's, he didn't do even a fraction of the business we do, so he just had cans, I think, didn't he? Or he had one dumpster that he pushed back in there, and we're selling beer and everything, so we're doing a lot of recyclables, so I need the 2 dumpsters plus the grease dumpster. So I wish it was different, or I had a space to put them back there, but I don't.
Is
all
there-
right, I don't, go on.
I was just going to say, since they're going to put the slats in the fencing, is there any way that they make decorative slats? I don't
Well,
know that.
these are like a red slats, they match the other ones, and the other ones look good, for what it is. I got a guy that can airbrush, he can come put a nice logo on there for me or something.
I don't think I'd go for that. I want to keep it as simple as possible. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Any other comments?
I guess I would agree that with the sentiment to make it the least noticeable as possible and the least obtrusive as possible would make it fit in better and at least approach addressing Gary's concerns and our concerns about that. I understand that you're kind of locked in with that, but make the lemonade out of the lemon, I guess, a little bit,
It's a,
I moved from Packerland over there, and I moved into like a fraction of the square footage, so.
Yeah,
it's a tough site to
yeah.
maneuver around. So,
Besides all that, I think we're doing pretty good over there. We haven't even seen the football season yet.
yeah, a lot of cars there.
Sort of scared.
Must be doing something right.
It's a lot of love over there.
Aaron said that he's had the barbecue sandwiches. I've had the macaroni and cheese.
That's
Very
good,
good.
too.
So, okay, does anybody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve. I mean, I'm with Gary. It's just the site's not ideal. I hate to see it out front, but I mean, what are you going to do? You have to do it.
Yeah.
So I'll make a motion to approve as presented with staff conditions.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve as presented with staff conditions. Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
All opposed, and I'm not against you. I'm just
I
for
understand.
the development of the entertainment district. That's the only reason I'm voting that way.
Then this item will be at Plan Commission, the special meeting today at 4:30 PM.
Okay,
4:30.
thank you, Tom.
Thank you. Too bad.
Okay, number 7, Code of Ethics, Annual Distribution of Public Officials and Employees Code of Ethics. Read them, follow them. Department reports.
Just real briefly, we are seeing, I think, a little bit of a slowdown in development activity. I think it's due primarily to the cost of materials and availability of materials at this point. There are a number of projects that have been approved, but they just aren't pulling the trigger on it. I think they're hoping that those costs and availability come down a little bit. There are other projects that are kind of out there, but they aren't ready to submit because of the same thing. I think they're kind of waiting to see how those material costs and availability is going to play out. So I guess probably moving through it I don't have any items for the agenda for our next meeting just yet. But I do have, this is one of those strange, I think, 5-week months, so we have another week to go yet.
Okay, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you.
This conference is no longer being recorded.
Like absolutely brutal. I have doors that I ordered that I even, looking forward, ordered like just a bunch of random sizes and told the supplier